All right. Cool. Go over here and share this in the group. All right. I'm going to share this in Top Agent Experts, and then we will get off and going. Come over here. Computers are a little slow right now, but hang with me.
Yeah.
All right. So it's been, I don't know, I've been on whatever off for like 6 or 7 weeks. And then Catherine was managing this. And there's also some, virtual assistant stuff behind this. So I got you logged into Attract ROI. All right. So this is what's tied into the back end of a LinkedIn through Attract ROI, which is called Attract Link. All right. All the opportunities of conversations are going to be spawned right here. All right. So I got 23 hot leads. I'm working for people, in 12-month nurture. They're getting texts, they're getting emails, things like that. What you have to do every single day is come in here and move the new connections over to start messaging. So I have an avatar of an ideal partner that I would like to have in real estate, or an ideal avatar of agents that I would like to join any of our teams nationally. Right now, that virtual assistant is going off that avatar in 2 different countries and making new connections, making friends, right? Like I don't have time to target these people, go find them, right? So I gave them my avatar, and then they go out and make new connections. As they make new connections off the avatar of the agent or the team leader, owner, broker that I'm looking for, they start to fill up here. All right. Now, what we have to do on our end to trigger the sequences of messaging in this funnel is simply every day. Whoops. Let me back up here. Every day, take the new connections and then you click it and you just slide it over to start messaging.
Okay.
Okay.
And it'll automatically
start the sequence from there. And then I'll show you what we need to do. So I'll help you move these 21 over to start messaging, whatever. Me being off work for 6 or 7 weeks, and then, Catherine Ram turned into an agent. This kind of, I've still been moving the new connections over.
mm-hmm.
But when it shows new connections and it's in it still shows 10, but you can't see them. A little hack in the system, just go to ascending or descending and just kind of throttle back. Like we just went to descending and now it pulled 12 more leads in. So it's just a little hack or whatever glitch in the system. But I don't know why my computer is freezing up, but let me refresh. But you kind of get the gist of it, right?
Yeah.
And whatever it still shows are there, but they're not there, just throttle back and forth and it'll be, pretty simple. Go back here. I'm gonna turn my video off, see if that will help with bandwidth. My computer's running a little bit slow right now because we're probably streaming on YouTube and doing that, but I'll let you go move the rest of them around, right? So now what that does is that triggers the virtual assistant to send them the welcoming message. After so many days, there's an opportunity message sent, opportunity 1 message, opportunity 3 message, and an opportunity 3 message, and then they go into no response. And then they send me a CVS file once a week, whereas people funnel in here. And then I'm going to show you what we're going to do online and offline with a CVS file, about 50% contact numbers, email addresses, different things like that, that I'm going to show you what we'll be doing with them, right? Not right now, which means maybe they have, came to a webinar, they've spoke with me, whatever. They're just in the not right now category where they didn't respond at all, where it'll keep piling up over there, right? So looking at the dashboard, you can come here and kind of track, how many working hot, we got 5 working hot, 12-month nurtures, new connections, whatever. You can see your analytics right here, right? And I think through this process, I think I've signed 3 people up off this, but I didn't move over that 3rd person, right? So this is a long-term game just to build up more relationships, get in contact with people, make new friends, whatever. I'm playing the long game with this, all right? There'll be a much more that you'll learn, but everything else will be kind of in opportunities for you, all right? So you'll work inside of opportunities from here, and then I'll show you how all this other stuff to works. And then there's so many more funnels that I showed you, like our seller funnels and different things tied into this as well. It's just not for attraction. Now, when you come over to the LinkedIn part, this is where you'll manage the front end of it with the responses, because the once you start messaging, the virtual assistant that's making the new connections will move these people through the funnel. And this is the same person that is, telling these people happy birthday, whatever. Let me try to find my. Hopefully you can see that a little better. So this is just one message that went out. Obviously, Remax agent, happy birthday, congratulations on your work anniversary. These are things that a VA is doing for me that I don't have time to sit around and do, but people appreciate it, or it can open up dialogue, a conversation, start a new friendship that could hopefully net result into them being able to look at the opportunity to be able to get in business with us, right? So let's look at this chick. So still just one message. We're going to have to go down. I'm happy to connect, but that's the first message. Your profile was recommended to me by LinkedIn while running a search for other real estate professionals. I thought it would be great to connect with other sharp people like yourself, right? Eventually, I'll show you what it. This guy might actually went through the full funnel. Cool. So this guy is a leasing and sales person in Arizona. I just read that message to you. Adam, is this an automated DM? Obviously, I should have responded and we should have picked it up and said something witty or funny back to him, right? The second message that went out, this one went out on what? It should show the date, June 24th. And then we hit him on July 1st again. Well, actually, we should have picked the conversation up right here, right? That's where you could have responded to him, entertained him, said something funny, and was like, all right, this ain't a bot or whatever. Thanks for connecting. If there's anyone in my network that I can introduce you to, please don't hesitate to ask. By the way, at some point down the road, I'd love to share some opportunities with you on how our modern real estate team is closing hundreds of homes a month. That's true, closing about 800 houses a month right now with my group. I appreciate the potential introductions in the future. You have a fantastic holiday and a weekend. All right. So then that was on the 1st. And then again, just how the sequencing went on the 5th of the VA moving him through my funnel. Just circling back over the profile today, I wanted to send a quick follow-up. I'm looking to partner with an agent in your area that wants to grow their real estate business. Would you or anyone you could think of be interested in a piece of team ownership? I'm going to show them how to build equity inside of EXPI, or depending on their resources, skill set, and things like that, I could partner with them and actually invest some money in their area to help them get going, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is a great example of me being off the last 7 weeks, and somebody should have been responding to this guy. But you're seeing the automation of opportunity 1, opportunity 2, opportunity 3, right? I'll be up front so we don't waste each other's time. If you're pitching EXP, I already have a guy. Other than the other hand, if you want to bring up tenants to Phoenix Metro, we should have a conversation. And I should have picked this up and moved him in the funnel. And so, by the way, the partnership we're looking at won't cost you anything. So you keep 100% of your commission, yada, yada, yada. And then it hit him again. Do you have some time to talk about the opportunity? Like, this is a good example of where the guy, we should have took him out, and then I should have had a conversation about him. Who is your EXP guy? Or, hey, I'd love to talk with you, and we could potentially send you referrals, right? And see, if he's got a guy, why hasn't he joined yet, or whatever. I don't. If you want to give me a few sentences, I'd be happy to read them. And that was at 8:30 this morning, right? Now, so he doesn't keep getting these sequences of messaging. We should have picked up this conversation. Sometimes we don't need to take them all out of sequence. Sometimes we need to leave them in sequence so that but you know what the next message is, and you'll know if it's within alignment of being optimized to what they said, or what you kind of had some small dialogue with them with, or if it's just wouldn't make sense to let that automated message go back to them. So then, for an example, you can come here. Let's just click on his name real quick.
So if I responded, would that automatically take him out of the sequence? Or would
No, it doesn't. I'm going to show you here in a minute, right? So I come here, and then this is where you search on the back end, this little toolbar right here.
Mm-hmm.
And then you could see where he's at, right? So we're about to see where he's at. We know where he's at because he's already made it to the end, right? So he's already in opportunity message 3. But he really responded through when the start messaging or the welcoming message. He's asked if that was an automated response. We should have said something witty to him, funny, but not like ask for anything, and then let him get with hit opportunity message 1 and 2. But when he said, if this is about EXP, I already have a guy, that's where we should have maybe killed the automation and drug him over to working hot, which he probably isn't going to stay there, but he's not going to keep getting dripped on. And then I could try to have a call with him about business referrals. Hey, who are you talking to about EXP? Oh, they're a great person. Or, like, you should get in business with them. Why haven't you yet? Or maybe I can help bring some education, to the situation to help you make a decision, right? Or whatever, because there's a pledge we still want to follow. Or if he's just saying that and the guy hasn't been following up with him, and he's just waiting for somebody to demonstrate some real leadership for him to actually get in business with, right? And then, so just like dragging, you would drag him all the way back over there, right? But I'm going to leave him here, because what also I want to happen is when they get to no response, that's when the virtual assistant goes through and starts scrubbing and doing reverse lookups of their phone numbers, obviously their email address, anything that's in LinkedIn, so they can get me a connection contact information upload, and then they send them weekly to me in a CBS file that I'm going to show you what we'll do differently offline with that. Okay.
But if I was keeping up to date on it and caught him right after he got the intro message, you would want me to put him in working hot.
Well, or you start talking to him, or you text me and say, hey, Adam, jump in here. And then I can jump in and take the conversation over, because the virtual assistant will text me and be like, hey, you got somebody communicating with you right now, but they're only working a few hours a day on this versus like you're sitting there working on, stuff in the morning and you can have this pulled up and you can see a ding and you know what I mean? Or whatever, like, or once you get comfortable with it, I'm going to show you how to actually set appointments on my calendar. And then you'll fill me in on some notes or whatever. And then as I sign these people up, I'll give you like a $500 bonus or something like that if I get them signed up. But it will look like they're talking through my profile to me, right? And so the hardest thing that Catherine, and then when you try to clear it, just to show you a little gimmick or whatever, when you go to clear it, it doesn't populate the names back. You have to, well, I guess you did now, but normally you got to hit refresh the page. All right. But I'm going to leave him there since we went through that. But that's a good example of now you've seen all of the messages, right? You've seen all of the messages that go out right before the CBS file is created with their contact information. So you can see it was, basically a month or 5 weeks worth of, automated dripping to get to a point of where they're now about to go into, a 12-month follow-up or touch, or, I'll get a CBS file where I can call them or do whatever with them. So you can kind of, and it's sequenced out for psychological reasons in terms of how to position the opportunity and stuff like that. I've made some tweaks to the content to get different responses. And maybe one of the team ownerships I need to make, some tweaks to it. Like Catherine, people were always asking what type of team ownership, and they, would ask different questions. And as somebody that don't understand real estate lingo, or somebody's asked some pointed questions, she didn't know how to dance with it. And that will be your hardest part, is how to respond to people. And then that's when you'll be like, hey, Adam, look at this conversation, jump in there. And then you'll see how I respond to people. And as you shadowing me through my profile, you'll start to understand like, okay, I get how to basically respond. Just like when you see Sean, on the phone sitting right next to you, he pretty much saying the same shit every now and then throughout a couple times of the day, because he hears the same stuff, right? So there's probably about a month or 2 months worth of conversations that we could go through, like this guy right here. I'm not a licensed broker. I'm not sure the opportunity makes sense for me, but he pretty much went through he's another one that been responding the whole time. Thanks, Adam. Happy to do the same with you. Would you definitely be interested in learning about your team at some point? Like, he's interested in learning about the team. Like this is, and then I'm not, I'm off, and Catherine is getting ramped up to an agent. But then again, it makes perfect sense the way he's like, yeah, I'd be interested. Now I'm just circling back like a week or two later, right? Adam, I'm not currently interested, but we'll see if anyone in my network might be. So this is a call where he's not a broker. He's doing something in real estate. And this is what I call connectors. Like, this is somebody that I still need to probably get to know, learn about his business, be genuinely interested in him, and see if he could eventually add some value back to my network, or I could add value to his network. Or I have people that refer people to my network to work in our team, but their business model or what they're doing isn't a good fit for me, right?
So this is your short-term goal, is to connect to these people, but would a long-term goal when using a connector would be to connect to their broker or to their head of agency?
No, just network. Like we could click on this. He's not a broker. We'll see what he's doing. He's a developer, so he's not in the traditional sales like what we're doing. So he's not building teams. He's not driving residential sales. He's not building networks like us. He's just a real estate developer. He's probably a sharp guy. He's right next door in Denver. So he's just probably someone that's highly successful in developing land, commercial, maybe multifamily houses. I don't know, and I have a bunch of friends that are doing other niche things in real estate that have nothing to do with traditional or modern team building or closing 800 houses a month like me, right? Like, their money comes from developing big projects over a year, 2-year process, and then cashing out at the end of it, right? So it just, so when I'm talking about a connector, but does he know traditional real estate agents? And then they could be like, what do you think about EXP? Or who do you know successful over there? I've been thinking about this. Or who do you know that, runs big teams or whatever throughout the country? And he'd be like, hey, you need to talk to Adam. He might have an opportunity in his network. So that's a connector, that 3 degrees of separation that could get us connected with people that, where it's a win-win, but it's not like a direct opportunity pitch amongst ourselves to each other. Okay.
And so where would you put him at on your funnel?
You know, this is somebody I would just have some small talk with. And then if I got time, maybe just hop on a call with them. But the prioritizing of this would be low because I'm trying to make more friends with residential agents, brokers, people that are, working in the same realm within real estate as I am. Right.
But you wouldn't want to put him, so you wouldn't want to put him in the hot, but you wouldn't want him to be left on the drip campaign. So you just put him into the,
I'd have maybe some small talk with him, or whatever, and I might have left him on the drip campaign. But he's somebody that I probably moved to not interested because he's not interested. But he's somebody that I might want to actually have a conversation with and get to know. Like, what type of residential development are you in? What are you developing? How long have you been doing it? Like, I would just like to learn. So I don't want to get ate up by these guys in terms of bandwidth, but I just need to make more friends, if you see what I'm saying, right?
Yeah.
So, here's another person. Sounds good to me, Mr. Adam. I would also like to discuss some business together, which will benefit both of us in the near future. I will be very much if we can communicate much about the business through WhatsApp app. Real estate sales at yard. It's hard to tell if these are like what their business is. I mean, obviously it's in Spanish or looks like windmills. It's hard to tell if she's an agent or whatever. So, for me, I would just say I use WhatsApp app with a lot of my people in Mexico and Canada and my other countries where I have agents. So that, we communicate through it. So I'm just to say, what's your WhatsApp app name?
Okay.
You know what I mean? And then she'll send it back and then, we can connect through there. Just starting small conversations, you know what I mean? And then it'll build into something else, right?
And you leave her in the funnel still.
Yeah, I'd leave her in the funnel, whatever, just depending on what they say. Like there's really it's like how you feel about how the conversation is. And once you go back and study the triggers a little more, you'll be like, okay, I know what's about to be said. And this person needs to be left there or we take them out.
Okay. And if somebody specifically is like, stop texting me, you just want to put them on uninterested.
Or put them in the 12-month nurture.
Okay.
Because then and then it starts to email them because it puts them into an email database and then puts them into a texting sequence if we have their telephone number, right?
Okay.
Over 12 months. We'll just scroll some of these. So I know this guy right here. Congrats on your work anniversary on Thursday. I didn't send him that. Let's see here. Thanks for connecting. Hopefully you have a great day. He's only on, the welcoming message. Pretty simple. Thanks. And for a while, you'll kind of ask me like, hey, look this person up. Like, it's just somebody like watching all this stuff, right?
Yeah.
And then this guy's like, happy to connect. How can I help you, sir? He just got hit with a welcoming message.
How do you prefer to connect with these people? Through LinkedIn app, or would you prefer me give them your phone number or you give them?
You're not, for me, I'm just going to try to set an appointment with them or time to talk, because the preferred way that we're going to communicate is we have to communicate with the way people want to be communicated with. And this is on LinkedIn. So they want to keep the messaging on LinkedIn until they're, hey, I'd be willing to have a phone call with you, or, hey, I'd like to set up a Zoom call with you, learn more about your business or blah, blah, blah. Right.
And at that point, I would give them your link to
You
the
you
Google
would just,
Calendar.
you would just suggest some times to them. Just don't have too much banner. Just suggest a time and get it booked on my calendar, and then send them this link right here that we're on. This is my reoccurring private link, right?
Okay.
So then you'll be like, so this is a chick that used to work for me. She just went to a competitor. JPAR, she just started there. So look, my VA said, congratulations on your new role. She has some health issues or something like that. So I didn't think she would be coming back soon. Amy's like, thanks, happy birthday. So Jeff said, thank you. Congratulations on your work anniversary. Happy to connect. So a lot of these people are just in. Are you into the commercial real estate? Yes, you do. It's pretty simple. Happy to connect, just building the top of the funnel. Because when I was running this, this is all I was focusing on to dial this stuff in. I was setting 2 appointments a week. When I turned it over to Catherine, it was maybe an appointment every other week because she didn't know how to talk to people, right? Like she didn't know how to engage with people, or like kind of some of the questions you're asking. That's why you'll, you know, for the time being, you're like, hey, this person responded, and I'll be like, shit, and then I can hop on. Like I have so much stuff going throughout the day where I don't sit there and watch it. And majority of my stuff is on Facebook, right? But I'm trying to build up on
LinkedIn.
LinkedIn. So,
Okay.
and she's like, if you want to forward some type of information for me to take a look at, do so. So she went through the whole process, right? So what I'm going to tell her, what I have to show you is 90% visual. Yeah. Okay, if I could. So if I could, would you is a powerful thing. If I could, and I'll role play some of this stuff, would you be willing to? So I'm like, if I could invite you to one of my webinars after I told her it's 90% visual, that'll show you, because there's got to be a reason, right? In exchange of time, that'll show you how I'm closing 800 homes a month. Would you be able to make it in the next week?
Do you have these webinars once a week?
We have them damn near every day. If I'm not doing them, other people are doing them. Actually, we're sending on to Brent Gove, Rob Flick's doing them. We have recording ones, the modelexplain.com. So if she can't make the webinar live, I'll end up trying to tie her down to watching the modelexplain.com. And you probably need to go watch that for yourself, the modelexplain.com. It's a 38-minute video. And that's what I have people watch before, I even take calls from the network or for myself, because there's a whole system we follow. So it basically takes a 3-hour conversation and shrinks it down to 38 minutes.
Okay.
So even one of the people that we moved over, or I guess this was congratulations on your new role yesterday, the virtual assistant said that. She's like, thanks, Adam. You know what I mean? So just trying to do things that I don't have time to do. So if the VA will take it so far, hold on.
So your webinar is always about a similar topic, which is how you recruit.
Well, yeah, we could lead with some value, but it's not how we recruit. We're teaching our people how to do that. It's basically presenting a model, EXP's model.
EXP model. Okay.
Yeah. Dustin Brown, I know this guy, insurance guy here in town. Congrats on your work anniversary. So thank you, thank you, thank you. I hope all's going well too. Blah, blah, blah.
Is this the same process you have on Facebook as well?
No, I run my own personal Facebook, but I don't have any automation with it. We run groups on Facebook, inside sales agent groups. We run groups for our team, of the almost 1,800 agents on the team or whatever, and top agent experts. Other people run their groups. I've been very active.
Okay.
Can't think of anyone. So this guy. Mine, sorry, this autocorrect stuff is obnoxious. So this is when we could like use opportunity to say something, funny to this guy, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
This is a volume game, trying to find, relationships, a needle in the haystack, right?
Yeah.
Thank you. Seems like just yesterday. Must be a right job when every day I'm still thrilled to be doing what I love. Silent marketing, correct. He's plugging his stuff and we're like, congratulations. The thing is, timely manner, or when people think it's auto response, being witty, being able to respond in that critical seconds, similar like how you see me talk about internet leads. But I've been off forever.
So for the people that you basically send the intro message to and they're like, thank you, you just want them to keep going on drips. You don't want me to
yeah,
say
even then we don't need to respond. We don't need to respond to everything, even when I'm so I'd be interested, may I have some information. And this was in May. Let me see what this chick's about real quick. So she's a real estate agent down in Texas. Just keeping it short. But that was back May 24th. Seeing there's so much lag, almost like 6 weeks went by. Like if I was talking to her when she was emotionally connected to my sequencing, probably could have captured it. I mean, I go back to the beginning of May, but I'm not interested. Thanks, blah, blah, blah. So right here, she's like, on May 10th, hey, do you have some time to talk about the opportunity? See this I missed. She's like, when is a good time to chat for a 15-minute chat? I need to say, so if we would have caught her in real life time, this would have been an appointment. You know what I mean? Set on my calendar.
So after they watch your presentation about the EXP model, what's your next step to recruit them?
I move them to somewhere in my upline or somewhere in my business, just like I'm the closest closer in the network. So I teach my people to do the same thing. I don't want people closing their own business because we need third party validation and we need more stories in front of them. And we need to show them that they have way more partners than just me, right? Or whomever, because there's not another model out there. So, we work them up to what we call our upline partnership. So I follow the same model, right? But for me, I lead with consultation and coaching. Obviously, I'm operating at a high level, so I like to learn about their business. I give them feedback. I make suggestions. So I try to deposit value, before I ask to make a withdrawal of anything other than anything in return, which is their time, right? Or to continuously look at something.
How do you get their information? Like, how do you know that they want to move on? Do you reach out or you wait for them to reach out?
Well, people all day long are setting up appointments for me. So people are already speaking with people or whatever, and they just go book them on their calendar and they let me know they're a team leader, they're an agent, or, here's their production, or here's what they do. Here, maybe they've already talked to Brent or whatever. Here's how I need you to talk to them. And then when they book them, like I have one at 9:30 in the morning. This guy's been talking to us up in Toronto for over a year. And he's a broker owner and built big brokerages. He's been nurtured for a year, and Sonny set him on my calendar for him to talk to me again. Right. So, but you will be a little different. They'll probably not watch the video beforehand because this is cold stuff. A lot of how I built this is through warm stuff. So I might need to talk to them. I only want to talk to them first, learn about their business, and then I'll get them to take the next step in the funnel, which is, hey, you need to come to this live webinar, or you need to, um, watch the modelexplain.com, and then let's hop on another call because I got to go. I'd love to, help you some more, but this will take a 3-hour conversation and shrink it down to 38 minutes. You won't be sharing that video yet until I get you pretty, well-versed of what's going on.
Okay. So my job at first would mostly be to just warm them up.
Yeah. Get these people talking to me, or get them on a Zoom call with me. See, like this person's responding in real life time. So this just went out. So when we were moving people over, the welcoming message went out, and they're like, I'm under Michelle and Blake's level at EXP. So this guy's in my line. Like, this guy's in business with me. See, this agent's in business with me and don't even know it, because I have great leaders and they're just running their own stuff, right? But that's kind of cool. Okay. So I'm just adding, hey, go join Top Agent Experts. Obviously, you'll see more of me, have access to more training and stuff like that outside the cloud. May, not at this time. I'm super busy. So then I'm just going to say, let's connect in the wintertime. And this might be somebody that we put in, not right now, or we put in the 12-month follow-up with some notes. So we go in and look her up and wherever she's at, she's probably over here in the no response or whatever. And then we could slide her over to the 12-month contact. And then we could go through and start putting tasks or to-dos, follow up with her when she's slower.
Mm-hmm.
This is a busy part of our season. I like hearing that from her because she's busy, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So.
And then you would leave her in the drip.
I'm going to leave her there, because I can't go back and just clean all this stuff up with you. I'm just showing you kind of, I would probably move her to, like I said, I'd find her over here and I'd put her in the 12-month nurture.
Okay.
With a task or a to-do or a reminder that will pop up and be like, hey, she was busy. She said, not right now. Call her, when it slows down, or we'll message her back. You know what I mean? Okay. All right. Okay. Let's just keep going. Thanks again. Blah, blah, blah. See, you happy to connect. This guy's like, how's the Wichita market? Answer and ask, acknowledge and ask, acknowledge them and then ask another question. Simple. Answer and ask, acknowledge and ask. Keeps it going. What do you do? Who the hell is this guy? This might have been this dude that fucking. No, it's not the. I can't believe it. 55. The hell is this guy talking about?
Probably his birthday.
Social media stuff, pushing some of this stuff to me. Like it. What's this shit talking about? I'm currently a Remax agent. I think I'm going to transfer anytime soon, but thank you for your offer.
What's Remax?
Remax is another it's a real estate franchise. So, but she's like, who do you work for? Everybody wants to close more homes. Everybody wants to team build, and not too many people are growing by 6 to 7% agent count like myself for profitability. We added 120 agents in the last 30 days. Obviously you see, the numbers I'm running when I showed you my numbers yesterday and you were like, holy crap, you know what I mean? So it's like, I can say these things with confidence, and I'm just letting them know, glad you're happy where you're at, but still making the plug, if open. Love to show you what I'm doing. Glad to hear you're happy. Let me know if open to looking at how to close more homes or team build, so great. Thank you. Thank you. I'm so close to retiring, not interested, but thank you. I'm so close to retiring, so not interested in getting busier, but thank you. Shit, where did that go?
On your right.
Oh, she's popping up. Oh, this other lady texted me. Strategy. I don't know what's wrong. She said same. I thought she was gonna say something. See what this chick's saying real quick. Hold on. Uh, I'm gonna click on this chick's profile before I respond, see if she's like an owner or what. Well, she don't look that old. Connect on this with this chick on what's up at. Hold on, give me 1 second here. Okay. Okay. I don't know why my computer's real slow.
Yeah.
All right, so you kind of get the gist of it. I mean, this is just what I wanted to show you today was, you know, how to look for it on the front end, look at the sequencing, understand it, and then how to kind of slide people through and every day start the new connections to start messaging. And then the VA will take it through there, how to look people up when you start communicating with them on LinkedIn, if we need to, put them in hot or whatever, or take them, put them in a different category. And you'll have questions as you go along, but you
Yeah,
understand a lot better today than you did yesterday.
for sure.
And then you
Um,
just have LinkedIn pulled up and watch it,
is the only place that I can see the automated messages from the drip campaign in the messages, or can I click on the message 1, message 3, and look exactly what it comes?
We got to get a hold of them to have them make changes to that and stuff like that. So we only have access to it on the front end. But you know, like you'll learn, like as you kind of get into the school or whatever, the help center stuff will be here. But I mean, this will be as you're building out funnels. A lot of this stuff is look pretty advanced. So I'm just showing you what you need to know. I need to figure out how to get you the Thursday and because I'll end up having you set up new construction funnels. Like I'll have you like go and piece some stuff together because you'll start learning a lot from these little live classes you'll be in. And you're also going to learn a lot about marketing, Facebook ads, and different things like that. Like you're going to learn a lot that will help you with a lot of different stuff that I'm going to get you in these classes.
From the Monday and Tuesday classes.
Tuesday and Thursdays.
Or yeah, Tuesdays and Thursdays, I mean.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want me to be on it tomorrow, or will it take until Tuesday to get the links and everything set up?
No, they send it to me and then I'll forward it to you.
Okay.
Like, but let me. Yeah. All right.
So
Uh,
are you going to send me the EXP banner that you want me to send to them and then start getting it printed, or no?
have them print all 6 of them, and you can get the JPEGs or whatever off the website to send to him.
No, I have those 6. I thought you wanted me to do a 7th one that was just the Boulevard group. I mean,
We already have one made. That's what I was saying. We already have one of those made, so you can. And then when Titan Sign has that done, you can give them my number and tell them to call me, and I'll take care of the billing.
sounds good.
And then, um, getting the Eventbrite set up. Now you can get into the Airbnb stuff. I need to get you the login to my Google Drive stuff. Hopefully, you worked with Mark getting some of the other stuff done. I got some new ISAs starting in Toronto. I would go through I need to send you the logos so you can have my logos on file for different stuff that we'll use. But I would go through and set up a podcast under Top Agent Expert Podcast, Top Agent Expert Podcast, and we have a logo for it and stuff like that. So I'd go set up like a podcast account and then make sure it can syndicate to like the 4 top podcasts or whatever. And I'll try to get you the logos or send you that or get you tied into.
Is the website just podcast.com?
I'd have to look, but probably, Spotify, Stitch or. Yeah.
So I'll set up a Spotify account and then I'll be able to access your podcast.
Yeah, I mean, just put it on there. We don't need to, I need to kind of do a little more research, but that's where it probably needs to be hosted is Spotify, Google Play. So I'll kind of make a decision with that. It seemed like I already had it. Or you can, if you want to spend some time, I mean, just Google, where to set up podcasts, Spotify, or the top 4 places to host, podcasts with traffic, stuff like that. And then let me know what you find out. And then we be easy if we can just set up one that ties into like 3 or 4 main accounts, you know what I mean? Where it kind of syndicates to those.
Yeah.
And then let me know what you find out off of that. And then that should be good. And then if you got to go into a track link and go to the help center and let them know you're my assistant, you need the link sent to you for Monday and Tuesday classes, you can go in there and go to help or customer service or whatever and see if they can get you added, your email address added or your phone number as well. Sometimes they'll cancel classes or whatever and they'll email you or text you and just see if you can get, I forget the chick's name just to get you the link and all that stuff, but you can get it from Tracked ROI.
Okay.
Back office from support or whatever. And then let me know if you got problems with it.
Okay.